I wanted to talk to you about Ghislaine Maxwell. Have you heard the latest with regards to her being arrested by the FBI?
Yes, I did hear about this. I talked about it on the show today. We'll see. Yeah, it's very interesting the timing of it, especially since allegedly they knew where she was this entire time. Like they knew she was just up in New Hampshire. Um, what's interesting to me, and it's really tough to predict what will happen. I mean, will she, people are already making the joke online. Ghislaine Maxwell didn't kill herself, just preemptively saying it. Ghislaine Maxwell didn't kill herself. And, but I think one of the things going on here is there was recently the series on Netflix on Jeffrey Epstein,
Yeah.
and they they didn't really dive deep into the thickness of these trafficking rings and stuff like that, because it's definitely pretty extensive stuff. I mean this is how Jeffrey Epstein made his money. It is a billion-dollar industry, and it's a very real and brutally terrible thing in the world,
And it's global.
and it's global.
And its
Absolutely.
fingers reach into the very highest establishment echelons in this country and others.
Absolutely. Hey, Prince Andrew is part of it. I mean, like there's a lot of stuff going on. And but the one thing that series did do was it definitely made Ghislaine Maxwell, it did not paint her out, you know, uh she was not looked upon fondly in this documentary. So, my inkling is it's one of those things where it's like, hey, America, we got the bad guys. We got Jeffrey Epstein, and now we got the other bad guy, Ghislaine Maxwell. So go to sleep. We're fine now. And obviously that isn't the case. We're not fine now. And, you hope that she gets her day in court. You hope that the victims get their day in court with her. Will they? If I'm being honest, I doubt it. There are so many powerful entities, among them Donald Trump and the Clintons, who do not want this woman to say what she knows. And so I think there's a good chance we're not going to know. How are they going to put the lid on it? I don't know. I don't know. She might mysteriously, my buddy Dave Anthony, very funny comic, he tweeted out, he's like, hey, how soon do you think it's going to be before she dies from COVID? Um, I don't know how exactly they'll put the lid on it, but I think they're for sure going to try and unfortunately likely succeed, because the most powerful entities in the world do not want her saying what she knows.
I really worry for the rule of law. Yeah, obviously Trump has said he's the law and order president. I mean, which is a joke, but I really worry
Yeah.
for the rule of law, not just over there, but in all Western countries and law itself. Because I mean, it was the Magna Carta that born pretty much all the Western wars, the Western laws, and it was the Magna Carta which basically decreed that a commoner can be looked at in the eyes of the law just as the royalty can as well.
Hmm.
Every man is equal in the eyes of the law, and there are certain lines in the Magna Carta which I could recite. One of which is, we're not going to sell anybody to another country. Of which I'll say, well, look at Julian Assange down in, we're not
Hmm.
selling him to the United States, for Christ's sake. But I mean, if everybody isn't equal in the eyes of the law, and it's plain to see here. Even if you're, even if even somebody who just doesn't watch TV at all and doesn't watch propaganda at all, they can see with their own eyes that if you're black and you're poor, and if you're from a lower class in the US and the UK, you get treated a hell of a lot differently than if you're white and upper class. Your mate Graham Elwood will. He's got a great joke where he says, "When's the last time anybody shot an unarmed billionaire?" You know,
Hmm.
they get totally treated totally different. You look at the way was Eric Garner was choked out for selling loosies on the street, and then you look at how somebody like Manafort goes into custody. For much more serious crimes allegedly. I know it's a bad example, probably Manafort, but I really do worry about the rule of law because I think more and more people are starting to realise that this is a joke